Hi, people. So, first video in hopefully many. Welcome to my channel. Today's video has been sponsored by numbskulls who have nothing positive to say about K-pop. In actual fact, yes, this is what this video is going to be about. I'm a mature, well-seasoned, well-marinated, yeah, those are words I like rather than old. I'm a fan of K-pop. Have been since 2016. There's a lot of us out there, despite what the media shows. There's a lot of us who are above puberty, who are into K-pop, in particular BTS. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I'm seeing women mainly, although I'm sure it might be experienced for other people, all those identifying as women, let's be clear, still getting kind of kickback for the fact that they like K-pop, when for a lot of these people, K-pop has been the thing that's really brought them through dark days, has really been like the light at the end of a seemingly endless tunnel. And I don't understand why people want to knock something that gives somebody joy to that degree. And that doesn't physically hurt anybody else. Let's be fair. And there is this assumption that, like I said, K-pop is just for young people. Well, we're young at heart, so that still counts. And I think the important thing to understand when you get kickback, especially if it's from people that you know, and that's when it tends to hurt people the most, when it's family members, people whose opinions do matter to a certain degree. I think we need to look at why these numbskulls feel it their right to put down something that you like. Because I think when you understand some of the assumptions and where this hate is coming from, you can probably deal with it a little bit better. So I think the main issues that seem to rub people the wrong way is firstly your age.
You're old enough to know better.
Yes, you're damn right, I'm old enough to know better. I know better music. K-pop. That, you reach a certain age and there's a certain style that you should like. There's a certain way that you should dress. There's a certain attitude that you should hold. And obviously, as you get older, you're supposed to mature and learn from life's lessons. But I really don't see where music should come into that. You like what you like. Music is a universal language. It speaks to everyone, all ages, different circumstances. And some people can listen to one type of music. Okay, here comes the cat, thank you. They can listen to one type of music and they get it, they understand it, even if it's not in their language. Really, Boba? Sorry for the interruption. Like I said, music speaks to everybody in different ways. So it's like art. Some of the art I see in galleries, I'm like, how is that art? I'm seeing scribbles. I'm seeing something I could do. But somebody else will look at it and see something totally different. So it's all in terms of the interpretation. But, I'm 51 and I have no intention of putting on a nice knitted cardigan, some fluffy slippers. Hang on, that's probably in trend. Anyway, I'm at no point ready or think I should be putting on some funky old ass cardigan, some fluffy slippers, taking my hot cup of cocoa into some deep dark cave somewhere, waiting for the Grim Reaper to come and fry my ass and take me off to the nether region. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I've still got another 50 years left in me, at least. At least, okay? So be prepared for 50 years more worth of videos. Ha. And it is just this assumption that because you're of a certain age, whatever age that may be, might be 30, might be 40, might be 50 and upwards, that you shouldn't like K-pop or you shouldn't dress a certain way. Now, I'm not saying I'm about to wear pigtails and like a little short, girly, frilly dress. I have no hair. The pigtails are impossible. And the girly, frilly dress probably wouldn't suit my figure, to be honest. But if you wanted to wear that, that's up to you. How is that hurting me? I don't care. That's how you express yourself. And everybody should be able to express themselves if they're not for hurting somebody in whatever way they choose to. So I think that's one of the main things, that you're old enough to know better, whatever know better is, because most of the public don't know jack and make some dodgy decisions. Brexit. So what does that mean? And also that, you shouldn't like a boy band. A boy band. I mean, if we're talking specifically about BTS, that's kind of disrespectful. They're grown ass men. Okay? They are grown ass men. Two of them are in the bloody military, for goodness sake. They're in their late 20s, mid to late 20s, early 30s. They're grown ass men. They're not a boy band. And I think because they're still kind of labelled a boy band, if people don't know really much about them, they're still assuming they're what, 18, 19? I don't know. I don't really care. But they're not a boy band. And it's, like I said, I think it's just disrespectful to the lot of K-pop groups who are past that age point anyway. And even if they were a boy band, so what? If you enjoy the music, you enjoy the music. I think people just don't enjoy the concept of an older woman looking at a younger man and thinking, ooh. And if you've seen pictures of Sugar lately, oh my God. Yeah. Not good if you're perimenopausal. Yeah, not good for the hormones at all. So yeah, I think that whole boy band thing makes it seem like you're some kind of, cougar. Not, I don't know, certain appeal to being a cougar, quite frankly, if I had the money. But yeah, I think that, that people get a bit like worried because now you're not fitting into the gender norm of what you're supposed to be like and what you're supposed to be doing and whatever at that certain age. I think the other issue is that the music is not in English. And again, such bollocks. Music isn't just about the language it is sung in. You can feel emotions with the music. And also YouTube lyric videos, like, we're in a different age now. If somebody's singing in another language, somebody would have translated the video. So you do get to understand what they're saying. Oh my God, really, Boba? You're like a mosquito. Can you sit down? Can you just sit down at least? Because there's no space for you on the windowsill. Okay, thank you. If you see a little thing wavering down here somewhere, it's her tail, okay? Nothing untoward going on here. But yeah, the whole fact that they don't sing in English is like, oh, well, how can you understand, what they say? And I just think, bore off. Like I said, there's lyric videos. And anyway, I think there's this arrogance around the English language. Like, if it's not in English, it's somehow second rate. It's not as good, because it's not in English, because English rules all. Actually, you know what? Let me ask Alexa. Alexa, what's the most spoken language in the world? With 1.34 billion speakers, the most commonly used language in the world is English. Oh. Oh. With roughly 1.1 billion native speakers, Mandarin Chinese is the most spoken native language. Well, it says that English is indeed very, very popular, but it's also saying, Alexa is also saying, if Alexa says it, it's true. She's also saying that Mandarin Chinese is the most spoken language. So, yeah, blow it out your ass, really, if you're talking about English. And anyway, how long was bloody Despacito #1 for? I didn't hear anybody moaning about the fact that a mainly Spanish song or a song with Spanish chorus or whatever was #1. Nobody's saying anything about Spanish, but somehow, if it's a different kind of language like Korean or maybe Japanese, there's an issue. I'm sure if it was a European language, there wouldn't be that much kickback either. So there's that whole notion. But like I said, music is universal. Music, it connects to your heart. It's not necessarily like a brain logical, oh, I understand the words as I'm hearing the song the first time I hear it. So yeah, so you get disparaging comments about that, which leads me into the next one, which is the fact that they are Korean. Yeah, like, they're so different from you, as in race. And I hate the term race. We're all from the human race. We're just different hues, ethnicities, whatever you want to call it. But we're all from the human race. But I think it just really jars with people. As a black woman, yeah, I've not really had too many comments. I think, people who know me know better. And also people who know me, I surround myself with people who generally wouldn't really think in that way. They're like, if that's what you like, that's what you like. It's cute. I remember somebody making one little joke and I remember thinking, okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, anyhow. But yeah, the fact that they're Korean winds people up. because a lot of the time, obviously, you're not Korean. This video is probably aimed more at people who are not Korean. So you get a little bit of kickback about that because now it's strange, it's odd, and I wonder sometimes if, if it's your partner, if you're a woman and your partner is male and they're giving you kickback, it's like, oh, are we a little bit insecure because you're not Korean and your other half is showing an interest in somebody who looks absolutely nothing like you? Which now leads me into the main crux of the matter. I believe that most of the time when someone is criticizing you, it is more a reflection of them than it is about you and your choices. And I think you have to really remember that and really ground yourself in that when you're there in the moment listening to people, taking the mickey out of what you like. You need to try and detach yourself emotionally to that person's judgment because it's their judgment. It's not you. It's a reflection of them. Like I said, it could be that they feel insecure because you're making reference to somebody, something that is alien to them. And they feel uncomfortable because they're like, whoa, what is this? And maybe they don't like it. Fine. Nobody's saying that if you're with somebody, you will have to like the same thing all the time. Variety is the spice of life and all that. But I think that it says a lot for them. And also, if you are in a bit of a dark place and the people you're around tend to be in that similar kind of area, it's like crabs in a barrel. When they see you starting to crawl yourself out of the barrel, because maybe BTS has inspired you to love yourself, and how they communicate with us as fans, and how they live their lives and set an example, inspires you to do better for yourself. If these other people around you are still struggling in the quagmire of desperation and just miserableness, they're not really gonna always look at you as, oh wow, this K-pop stuff is really working for you. You know what, maybe I should listen because boy, I'm in such a bad place right now. I will look at anything to get me out. No, they want you to stay in the miserableness with them, with their dry, dusty footed selves. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Do better for you because you deserve it. And however you find your way out, if it's with K-pop, like I said, BTS, Army, however you do it, it might be something else, might not even be K-pop. Do you. Don't let other people throw their insecurities onto you. Okay, and the thing is, you can only help people who want to help themselves. So the best way of helping others is to show them what it's done for you, to live the better life for you. And those who want to take the message will. Those who don't, who want to be miserable, don't pay them too much mind. Maybe don't talk to them so much about anything to do with the thing that gives you joy, because they will always try and find something negative to come with their trolling ourselves to come and put down what you like. So please, I beg you, remember, when they're coming for you about what you like, about the fact that they're Korean, about the fact that they don't speak English, about the fact that you're old enough and know better, do not take it to heart. Detach emotionally and understand it says more about them than it does about you. It is not a judgment on you. It is a reflection of their own self-hatred, disappointment, miserableness, and just generally lost in some cases. Okay, so like I said, I'm a member of a couple of groups in Facebook, which is primarily aimed at more mature K-pop fans. And in the early days, when I would see people joining and saying, oh my God, I'm so happy I found this group because now I can talk about the thing that gives me joy without having judgment thrown at me and being in a supportive environment. I was like, yeah, it's great, isn't it? It feels so good to find other like-minded people who are older to talk to about it and share videos and information, because there's a lot of content in K-pop. Oh my days. Oh my god, there's so much content in K-pop. It's just impossible to keep up if you have a life, a job, kids, yeah, and a cat. Say hi. Hi. Yeah, it's just impossible to keep up. Can you not put, come on, sorry, I'm sorry to disturb you, just sit down. There she goes. Look at the ear, look at the ear, look at that, look at that. Oh, it's so cute. And to think that 7 years, is it 7 years I've been a K-pop fan? My God, yeah. 7 years later, people are still getting it, still getting it. Even though like K-pop is like worldwide known, BTS are hugely, hugely popular. It's still the same old crap. It's the same old crap they're hearing. And when people come in the group and they're, you know, they've been really hurt, they've cried, whatever, I'm thinking, you know what? Pass me the address, name and address of the person. Yeah, I'm about to throw some hands, yeah. But then I realised that, no, Tonya, you're mature, you're 51. Physical violence is not the answer. It'd be good, but it is not the answer. We need a more seasoned approach, a more thoughtful and mature response. So I thought I would do this video for all you K-pop fans above puberty, quite frankly, and especially those of us who are above 40. Because it can be tough out here on the streets, yeah? It can be tough out here on the streets. But you do you. I'm rooting for you. Remember, we are all made of stars. We were meant to shine. Remember that. Take care all. Bye. When you realise, when you decided to film in the kitchen, that the camera would show more than what you cleaned. So we're going to have a quick wipe, so we don't look too dusty. I think that's a bit better whilst we're listening to Card. Nothing like a bit of K-pop to get you going in the morning. Mimi! Such a tune. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, why not subscribe? You'll make this well-seasoned woman very happy.